Hey everybody, how's it going? Well, I decided I'd do something a little different today. Drive around Bakersfield and see what I can catch around town here in some of the flatlands. I know everybody likes the vistas up in Tehachapi, as do I, but I've got a lot of those, and it's been raining up there almost constantly since Christmas, and I don't feel like mud bogging today. So figured I'd come around the valley where it's been raining down here too, but it doesn't get so muddy down here. The ground absorbs it a lot better down here than it does up on the mountain. And so I'm going to start here. You can see the old Texaco refinery there behind me and the old Mohawk refinery there. Catch it going between those two, between the control points of Gomez and Jastrow. All right. Let's flip this thing around so that we can see. Going under the Mohawk Avenue overpass there, just around that curve about, I don't know, maybe a half a mile or so, is the control point of Gomez. I've shot a couple of videos from there of Amtrak and San Joaquin Valley, etc. That is the old Mohawk refinery there. It was sold to Flying J around 2002 or 3, something like that. Flying J operated it for a couple of years. They made diesel there. Flying J shut it down, I believe, in 2005. And it was recently purchased by a company, I can't remember its name, but they're going to be producing one of the ingredients that goes into biodiesel. It's just made out of wastes like cooking oil and such. Said they're only going to be using the back part of the refinery, but sounds like a neat little venture. Over on the other side of the tracks, saw as the train was approaching, and mentioned it a little bit in the intro. That is, I can't recall the name of the company that operates that refinery now, but when I was a kid it was the Signal Refinery, then it was Tosco Refinery, then it was Texaco, and Texaco has sold it since, I'm pretty sure. I noticed some new tracks that they laid. Look like storage tracks going. There's a spur that goes off into that refinery, and then these storage tracks wrap around the back of it. Pretty extensive. So I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe I'll be able to find out. If I do, I'll do a little video on it, let you know. And there is the other refinery, the talking about. All right. Now let's see if we can't move around this area and see if we can't catch a couple more trains. There's a flashing yellow over red there. I'm assuming those are LED signals. Whoop, sorry. If they are, those are the worst LED signals I've ever seen. Those look terrible. I walked over real quickly. This signal went green just a couple of minutes ago, and I walked over there and looked at it. I don't know, maybe I'm just blind, but I can't see that. What a terrible signal. All right, here comes our Amtrak, and he is going slow, so they evidently have a slow order out here. I noticed that when I was down at Mohawk, there was a red, yellow flag. So that means a Form B is in effect. Yellow red flag is placed 2 miles ahead of the actual red flag that designates the work zone that protects the roadway workers. This train would have to be given permission by the foreman in charge of that work to proceed through their work zone. The foreman can allow the train through at maximum authorized speed, or he can determine what speed a train can go through his slow order, his Form B. I don't know if that is the number 1 or number 2 track for BNSF, but many times, even in double track, they will have the Form B covering both main lines because they may have equipment fouling the track. Or they may be working on both tracks. I don't know. I'm not going to go down and ask. The trains come into Bakersfield tail end first because they don't go past Bakersfield. They go to the Amtrak station there, and then if you want to go further to Los Angeles, you have to get on a bus, and then these trains head back north and go to Jack London Square in Oakland. Is the other end of the terminus for this particular line. Doesn't appear to be very many people. This is one of the San Joaquin Daylight. I think they're just called San Joaquins now. Let me know in the comments below if you know. I'm not all that familiar with Amtrak since they didn't run anywhere where I ever worked. Well, at least the red signal on that top head shows up better than the clear signals. Hot rail! Track inspector out there working hard, making sure things look good on the tracks. Well, loaded grain train. Coming through here, he turned his headlights off, so red signal. The signal on the other track is green. So that means they're going to stop him and run the Amtrak by him. So I guess I will go back down to Callaway and catch that Amtrak. I think I came to a stop back there. I looked in my mirror and here come the Amtrak. If it had been going maximum authorized speed, I wouldn't have caught him. Pretty cool shot, the reflection of the freight on the side of the Amtrak. I've had people ask me about using tripods. Well, this is one of the reasons I don't generally use them. Sometimes I gotta jump out of the truck and catch a train really quickly like this. I don't have time to set that stuff up. This train looks like it has a few more passengers on it than the southbound did. All right, there's our northbound Amtrak, and this control point is called Lopez. All right, well, we are at CPSP 305, North Saco, just north of Bakersfield. And you can see this signal here. Got a red over yellow, so the train that's on its way here is going to be going into the siding. See his headlight out there by Lerdo. He's still a few miles away. Here comes our eastbound. See the Highway 99 right next to the tracks here. Nice and noisy. I always hated working alongside this freeway. It was so hard to hear anything coming or anybody you're trying to communicate with. That is the local, Formosa local. Back over here by the refineries, as you can see. Got this BNSF moving real slowly, eastbound into the yard. A little later in the day. And a little further down the tracks. See the passenger 60 and freight 55 speed limit signs there. This switch right here. An electric lock. And it goes off to the, this would be the west leg of the Y for the Landco branch. I did a piece on that. It's called originally the Minkler Southern. I'll link that in the comments below, that video that I did about that branch. I was going to shoot this from the other side, but looks like a homeless apartment complex up there, and there's one on the other side too. Didn't want to get possibly get stuck on the other side of this train away from my truck, have it get broke into or something, or be on the other side of the train and get hit on the head with a stick. I don't know. The homeless are generally non-aggressive. They're pretty mind their own business generally. Grain train, empty going this way. And we are in oil country here. Pumping units there. That one was on just a minute ago. These things come on and go off automatically. Got an oil field crane company over there. Don't know which one it is. Thought about shooting this guy as he went by, then jump in and run out a little further west and try to catch that westbound that's been sitting there for a little while, but probably isn't enough time for that, and this video is already going to be long enough. Besides that, I'm close to home. I'm going to live about, I don't know, a mile and a half over that way. I'm like a barn sour old horse when I get that close to home. This guy may be coming to a stop. As I said, the BNSF yard's only about a mile. I don't even know that it's a mile that way. It's right over there, around that curve. Yes, he is definitely coming to a stop. See, looks like it was a wise decision to not stay on the other side of the tracks and shoot this. Definitely coming to a stop. Well, as you can see, this guy took off again, and I was out fiddle farting around over by the pumping units when he took off, so thought I'd come over here and catch the rest of him for everybody. So I hope you enjoyed that. We managed to catch a few trains today, even an Amtrak. So keep shooting me the ideas, drop in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorport59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. We'll see you all later.